Welcome to another episode of Life in DR podcast show. I'm your host, Saint. Thank you for tuning in. First of all, before I continue, I want to thank everyone that has already came and subscribed to the channel and like and comment. I really appreciate y'all, and it only drives me to continue to bring you this content, and hopefully you're enjoying it. And if you're seeing this content for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like. Share with a friend that might want to come to the yard and want to learn from a local. So again, I'm your host. Thank you for tuning in. And today's show, man, I get a lot of people that just tell me like, "Oh man, you're living the life. Oh, must be nice." All these different things I get told, especially on my Snap. Again, all media outlets. Saint is my homeboy. Hit that follow button, hit that like, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook. Connect with me, not just in this space, but all spaces. Again, Saint is my homeboy. But either way, back to what I was saying, a lot of people see my story, see what, how I'm living right now. And a lot of people always say I have the best life, but yet not a lot of people understand what it took for me to get here, number one, and the mindset I had to have. Because I get guys from the state, women from the States and other places like, "Oh man, you live in DR," and including my work. I'm in tech and I work remotely. So with God's blessing and planning, I live the life that a lot of people I talk to through my regular 9 to 5 and tech sales, and also through all my channels. It's like, you live the life. You live in DR, working remotely for a U.S. company, this and the third. For me, honestly, it's hard, but it's easy because I have no kids. Technically don't really have family. I've been alone my entire life, so I live a different way than most people would, because a lot of people, I gotta go visit my mom. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I gotta check on my kids. I don't have none of that. So with the same breath, I have a nice life. Yes, it's amazing. But at the end of the day, it's because I don't really have a connection of a family to be like, "Hey, I gotta go visit my mom," or "I gotta do this." I just get to send a text to the friends that I call family, and that's the check-in, or they're gonna come here and visit me, and we gonna keep showing that good life. But as far as for me, man, living here in DR for the last 7 years, it's been a blessing and a curse at the same time, right? Because this was not my plan. I didn't choose to be in DR. I didn't choose to come here and make it my home. This is where I end up. This is the plan for me. So I embraced it. It took a while for me to do so, but once I embraced it, and then I really got in my mental space, right? Because no matter what you're going through in life, you have to have the mentality of what's the outcome you're looking for? What kind of lifestyle you want? I remember as I've been going through this journey, I have some support system that didn't quite understand, what I was going through, number one. And number two, they wanted me to worry what other people was going to think of how I was living my lifestyle. I'm by myself, and you want me to worry about what someone else thinking that hasn't come and visit me, that hasn't been to DR, and so on. Their opinion of me does not matter, because at the end of the day, the opinion of myself that's the most important. And as a person that deal with depression and deal with all these different things, that was one of the things along my journey some people actually helped me with, telling me, protect your energy, telling me, "Hey, do what makes you happy." And once that clicked, I started living the life, and then I really had some fall off with people that didn't understand it, but year or two later, there's nothing they can say because I did it my way. So as a life in the living here, there's some amazing things. DR made me strong. In the States, I lived in a bubble. I'm not gonna lie. I lived in a bubble where I thought a lot of things was just kind of, I don't really know how to explain. I lived in a bubble in the state, meaning I did the same thing. I did what I want, went when I wear, whatever I want. And then I surrounded myself with people. Yeah, there was a few leechers, but I always surrounded myself with people that was doing good, doing something. And so when I came here, DR, it made me realize, yo, it's paradise, but it's also cutthroat. So don't get it twisted, because no matter what, I'm still foreign. I'm still not from here. So just like you watching the show may not know the complete story behind my life in DR, just like the people that I first got here and was meeting, they didn't know my background story. So they just assumed I was everybody else, that I came here, I came to live life and lavishly, and not knowing through all the things that I was going through. So every time I felt bad, or I was thinking, oh, I need to help somebody, or I need to do these different things, it wasn't beneficial. Not only that, but people were just like, oh, take advantage of that, and I'm gone to the next opportunity, because that's the lifestyle they had. And that was helping me not only be strong, but understand this is not the US. Understand I'm in a different culture, different mind of thinking, different operation. Everything about DR is different, except for humans. Everything runs differently. Things are becoming a more Americanized, but for me, DR, it was a lesson. It was growth, and really, it helped me overcome my fear. So when I got here, I was scared. Scared is not the other word. I was lost. I was scared. But for me, it was a wake-up call. Because at the end of the day, no one was coming. No one was coming to save me. No one was coming to help me. No one was coming to say, oh, poor you. And it took a while for me. But once it clicked and I saw these things, I had to make those adjustments. It's me, myself, and I. And no one else is coming. So if you're in a similar situation like me and you are in the Dominican Republic, you got to think about that. No one is coming. Someone can help you for a little bit, but they're going to get tired of it. Someone may say, yo, I'm coming every other month, but they're going to get tired. Everyone got their own problems. And once I realized that, I had to roll up my sleeve and get to work. And by doing that, it allows me, the first thing I did, which we talked about previously, is not feeling sorry for myself. It's saying, hey, stop complaining, go out and do something. Because you've had your opportunity, you've had the things you want. Go out and do something for someone else. And so I decided to say, hey, let's help people. And that opportunity helped me find myself. Because in the States, I was doing the same thing I'm doing here, but in a different manner. I know hundreds and hundreds of people that I've met back home. I won't even say home no more. Back in Florida, is I was always helping. I was just doing it for the wrong cause. So when I got here, and I just took the same energy and the same want to, and change my focus. And so with that, it allows me to, okay, I'm doing something I know how to do, which is help, or which is be there for people. Now I can find my inner self. Then, okay, what can we do? Since I've been here, like everyone say, you live the life. Since I've been here, I started off at call centers. making 200 pesos an hour, 140 an hour. That's less than like 250. So I grow. I started off that low, making 140 pesos an hour, then 200. Getting worked to death, but it allowed me to grow with the culture, with the people. So I didn't come here with the big bag, with the money, with the plan. I came here just to figure it out, and that gave me the opportunity to grow as a local, where I had to take the bus, where I had to take the share cars. You ever been in a country where there's 5 people in a Toyota Corolla from a 1994 Toyota? You remember them little things were really only made for 4 people? Imagine 2, 4, 6 people or 7 people, 2 in the front seat passenger side, 3 in the bottom, 1 on top. So 6 plus the driver. Yeah, I went through that. So as I was able to go through that, it made me appreciate more, and it allowed me to grow. And then from there, okay, we're not coming here to die. We're not coming here to be normal, because I wasn't normal in the States. I've been knocked out 100 times. I'm gonna always get up. I'm gonna always be on top. I'm royalty. My shirt self-explained, self-made, man. I'm the first generation of my bloodline. There is no me. There's no father, there's no mother, there's me, myself, and I. So I gotta get to where I wanna be. So that allowed me to start, okay, I work at call centers. Someone gave me an opportunity. I said, I gotta take that opportunity. I learned that business. I learned the LLC and the trucking business for dispatching. Went out and opened my own business. Once I opened that, I'm all right. I'm getting what I need. Oh, that changed. So I had to change that. But guess what? I got a skill set that I didn't know I had or I could do. Once I learned it, it was good. And now I'm in tech, making that U.S. salary, making these things. And I didn't know I could do that either. But I got an opportunity. My work ethics, who I am, how I carry myself, and that's a lot of things. It's how you carry yourself in the world that's gonna allow you to do things, right? If you walking around pity party on yourself or wondering what these things gonna outcome for you, is it gonna work itself out? If that's your mindset, that's what you're gonna attract. For me, I'm only attracting good things. I'm only attracting what I want in life. What I'm doing now is what I said I was going to do 2 years ago. I've been working on this, working on myself, and now I get to bring this to you. So when you see, man, you living that good life, it's because I worked towards this. I put this here. I build this mentally, physically, and we're still grinding. So if you in the States, Europa, working on my Spanish. I do hablar español, pero yo quiero hablar más. Yo quiero fruta. So, pero wherever you are in the world, if you want that lifestyle, you want to be able to have that worry free. What skill set do you have? What are you working towards? So for me, sincere, DR has helped me. It's been a journey, but I got skill sets that I didn't think I could have. I got opportunities that I didn't think I could have. And those opportunities are gonna keep coming is because I'm making them happen. So working in tech, learning these CRMs, running these skill set back in the States, when I was 19, and I'm old now, but just say 2006, someone offered me a $40,000 job and to pay for my real estate schooling. I was scared. I was so scared that I turned down $40K because I didn't think I deserved it. Now, everything I want, I know I deserve it, I'm going for it. There's no afraid. So that's another thing DR helped me. Dominican Republic, hands down, helped me overcome fear. Bottom line. All the things that's happened, all the things that's gonna happen, all the things I'm gonna make happen is because I live here in the Dominican Republic. If you have fear, it will chew you. So once I became over that failure, over that fear of failure or of whatever it was that was inside me, it's gone. Every day I wake up now, I know I'm gonna create something beautiful because Dominican Republic helped me overcome that. And I know there's a lot of other people that probably have the same thing. And some people are probably running away from their failure, but that's their story. And if that's you, you're invited anytime to, if you're living in DR, you have that fear, or you just want to talk about your story, shoot, I invite you, Life in DR, let's talk about it. But for me, man, it helped me overcome the fear of failure to go after everything I want. And now, sky's the limit for me and my team. So at the end, that's what it is. Now, living the life, right? Beach whenever I want. If you haven't checked last week's episode, go check it. It's Adventure in Juan Dolio. It's super dope. That was my first time over there really actually staying for the day without being in a group. But it's the vibe. Just go on my own, just make friends and do these things. And you can do it too. But you gotta be afraid. You gotta stop being afraid of, oh, I don't know anyone in Dominican Republic. Oh, I don't know if I could do it. How do you know if you can do it if you don't take the leap of faith? Don't talk about it. Go and do it. Whatever it is you want to do, move here to DR, move here to Colombia. Be careful in Colombia, though. I heard there's a little different over there, but be careful. But either way, wherever it is you want to move, wherever you're coming from, just do it. Like Nike. Just do it. And if it fails, at least you try. If you don't try, how will you know? Exactly. So again, don't be failed, man. And again, living in the DR, learning Spanish. I didn't know Spanish before I moved here. I had to grind, and I'm still not fluent as I wish, but I get by, I have conversation, I could go anywhere, I could translate, not top tier stuff though, but I could get by and I could help people out and how they do it. And working towards your goals here is a lot different. See, in the States, for me, there was distractions every day. Every day I was home, baby, St. Pete, Bradenton, Sarasota, you know, my whole life, that's where I grew up. So it's easy. I had someone I know at every part of the bay. And every day I get invited somewhere or go out somewhere, and it's easy to get distracted. So you put that with fear and distraction, the growth was there. I was growing, but there was a lot of things I could have been doing that I was distracted for. And here, I have no distractions. And most people I meet here have no distraction. If they do, they choose those distractions because they're running away from something. But the people that I know, like my boy Dre, that man a hustler. We're going to have Dre on the show soon. But that man's a hustler. The people that come here with a purpose has all been able to figure it out, to do something. Because here, you don't have your cousin down the street. You don't have your family. You don't have your baby mama. You don't have your baby dad. You got you, yourself, and I. And you're going to work on something. You're going to do it. But it doesn't start until you jump. You say, yo, I got my bag. I got my one-way ticket. I'm going to see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? It wasn't what I think. I'm going to go back. You know, as Americans or tourist people, you are actually more protected here in the DR than the locals. Unless you go to 42, Even you can go to Villajuana, you can go to all those places, but there's only a few places you can go that you don't feel safe. You see it on all these YouTube channels you're watching. There are people going in every circle, everywhere they want, because you're actually more protected than the locals. Because the locals know if they do something to an American, the house is coming down on them. There's not something that's gonna stop them to do that. So please, if you see this and you say, I wanna live that life that saints living, I wanna be able to be at the beach, I wanna do this. First step is go do it. Pack it up, go take that jump. So for me, again, I gained skill set. I learned another language. I learned to stop being afraid, and now I'm able to work on all these other things and wake up and find the things I want. Now, DR is completely different for everybody, right? So for me, I came here on a different journey. And I meet guys that's come here, they come here for 3 months, they're still on vacation mode, and they keep going, and say, oh, never mind, you know what, this is not for me. Because they still want that distraction. They still live in that Americanized life. But really, if you come and you get yourself an apartment, you're already paying lower cost than wherever you're living in the state. Now you're comfortable. Now you say, okay, now I need to get a community. There's plenty of communities. There's mad communities, American, Germans, French. Everyone lives here. You just got to find the community you fit in, because DR is different for everybody. The other day I was hanging out with a pilot from Florida, from Jacksonville. I met somebody working for Pepsi, working on moving here. There are so many different types of dudes here. There's a guy at my place working remotely in tech, keeps extending his place. Extend every 2 weeks. I'm gonna do another 2 weeks. Hey, he's living, he's working remotely. I saw him this morning, living the life, holding hands with his young lady. Hey, do you pimping? That's how it's supposed to be. DR, you can make it whatever you want. It is up to you. You want to live on the beach? Do it. You want to live in the city of Santo Domingo? Do it. You want to open a business? You come here easy, quickly. Open a business. No ifs, buts, or maybe. But just make sure you connect with the right people to help you with those processes. Unless you're fluent in Spanish, you know what you're reading, you know some of the steps. I know people that do it. But at the end of the day, you want to be careful what you're doing. So, DR has helped me a lot, has toughened me up. It has definitely helped me be more tough-skinned and still learning, because the culture is different, right? For me and us, I'm speaking to you people that's from the States. There's certain things that we specifically know. Hey, all right, I'm gonna do this. This is the result. I'm gonna do this. This is my result. Well, that's in the States. This is a different country, so you gotta be careful how you take those steps, how you do that, and overcome. So some of my favorite stories of just like the life here, man. I want to say in November, I was supposed to head out to Vietnam, and I wasn't able to, so I decided to do a in the country tour. So I started off, I went to Cabarete. Of course, I'm a man. I went to Sosua. Not a big fan. Again, I even went to their beach. I'm still not a big fan. It's not for me, but I did that. Went to Santiago. Not a big fan of Santiago either. It's not much to do, but soon they're going to have a mall. So eventually they're going to get there. But I went to Santiago, and then I came back to the city. I met a friend, made a new friend, went out to Punta Cana. It was a blessing. It was the vibe. Just got in the car. Didn't even, hey, you want to go? I wanted to go to Las Terrenas, my favorite place north, but it was like, no, but I do need to go to Punta Cana. We got in the car, didn't talk about nothing, just got in the car, started driving, and on the way there, like, oh yeah, we don't have a place to stay. Oh yeah, we need that. Booked a place, stayed there for 3 days, It was a blessing. So you have those capabilities because DR is big, but it's small. So it allows you to do those things and go on to those venture days and meet those people. So what is it you want in life? Do you just want to go somewhere because everyone else is doing it? Or you want to come here for a purpose? Because I've met people here, Americans, that's living in DR, and all they do is complain about DR. How you live somewhere and complain about it is not your home. That makes no sense. If you don't like it here, I'm sure they're not going to complain if you leave. There's going to be the next person coming, the next person. So if you're here and you don't like it, it shouldn't be for you, then go back. There's got to be a reason you want to come here to Dominican Republic. What's your reason? So if you're watching this and you're like, I want to go to DR, comment your reason why you want to go to DR. And if you have been coming to DR often, let me leave a comment. Let us know why you keep coming to DR. But at the end of the day, DR is voted one of the happiest countries in the Caribbean for a reason. Yeah, people are drinking all the time, number one. People are always drinking. But at the end of the day, that's the reason why. So don't come bring your negativity. And if you just need mental space, if you're at home, you're Europe, anywhere in the world, and you want to get away from your reality and you want to make a new place yours, this can be it. Mindset. Come here and find something to do and say, hey, I want this to be my new country. Not because my friends did it, not because I watched YouTube and I saw it was cool, not because all these other things, but it's because what you want. Do your homework or reach out to me. I'll give you some schooling. I've been here. I started as a Dominican and built my way up. So don't only come here and say, oh, I'm doing this because somebody else did it. Do it because you want to do it. And please believe, I took out this young buck and his cousin. Shout out to my man. He know who it is, man. Yo, I'll see him pull up on me. I took him out and his nephew, and man, nephew's first time, Jit was lit. Everywhere we went, he was lit. He was having the time of his life, and I know he'd be back. Yeah, someone could take you here and you say, okay, now I could come on my own, but don't just come here and expect the world to be waiting for you because you came to DR and you got a little couple dollars and everyone's gonna run behind you and serve you. No, that's not the case. So it's different for everybody. As I already said, there's all types of people here. This is all for everyone to come here and find and create their reality, and you can do it. But don't get me wrong, I've failed here so many times. So many times. So many times I got taken advantage of. So many times people made false promises. So many times people lie about it. And all I got to do is keep growing and say, you know what? I see you're not the person I need. Remove that person. It's growing pain for me and I'm still learning, but that's part of it as well. If you think you come in here or you're going to come to DR and everyone's going to be kind, and is not the case. That was a rude awakening for me. No one cares about your story. Not here, nowhere else. No one cares about your story until you are winning. Once you are winning, everyone cares about your story because they want to be part of your story. But until that, it's you. Look in the mirror, figure out what you want, make it happen, and then people around you will show up. The right person will always stay around to support you, but everyone else don't care about your story until you are at a level, now they want to be a part of it. So grow in pains. Be part of who you are. Be the things that you want. For me, I'm working on some new projects. As always, you know what I do here year round. Reasons to smile. and check us out, Instagram. I've been helping people. I've had the opportunity to help with my team and the people that believe in me. With over 3,000, 5,000 people, between 3,000 to 5,000 people. That's a blessing. Imagine that. The guy that they dropped off here, the guy that a lot of things happened to, but it wasn't about me. It's about what my purpose is, what I'm able to do with the platform, with the hustle, with the grind that I've been putting in for 30 something plus years. It's in me. I just switched the ways. So the lifestyle I live, yeah, shoot. I live in a high tower with a pool, with the best city in the view. No one gave that to me. I went and got it. I built it, and with the right support system, I've been able to maintain it. Don't get me wrong, I've had down times. But when you're putting good out in the world, it's gonna come right back to you. And without my friends, I wouldn't be able to get it. I got it now. I earned it. I did. But my friends, I'll tell you a story. My boy Joe, 2.5 years ago, when like my brothers, my friends really started coming out, because they had to get their stuff together too, right? They had to make sure they got to the level that they wanted. So all my boys are my brothers. One of my boys was here. I got to DR, I think that end of January or early February, when I first arrived here, 2018. Two of my boys were here within April, like the first week of April. No hesitation. See, I'm blessed. I wasn't doing stupid and dumb things in the US. Things are happening now, happened back then when Trump just came into office. Exhibit A. It's just now it's more modified, more people on social media, and it's not just Haitians and Mexicans and Ecuador. Now you got Venezuelans, you got Dominicans, and a lot of y'all people enter the country illegally. So you're gonna get that because you enter illegally. I was there legally, but the same thing that's happened now in the US happened. That's how I end up here. But either way, I got here, one of my boys here within 2 months. Now, what I was gonna say about my boy Joe, since then I have multiple visitors, like my friend, but when he came here, you know me, financially, I wasn't in a good place. So what I did, I'm taking him places and doing things that I know if it was my money, I wouldn't blow it. So I take him out. Someone tried to charge me, say, "Oh, you want to sit here? Or you have to get 2 bottles." And I'm like, "Oh man, it's just 3 of us. Oh, we got to drink 2 bottles." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "No." And we switched the table, and we was drinking. Then there was some other people I met earlier, and we all became friends, and my boys, and then they joined us. We ended up drinking 3 bottles. And my boy Joe say, "Yo, Saint, see, we ended up spending more than what that guy wanted. We would have got that table." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I was trying to save you some money. I was trying to do this." He's like, "Bro, in Vegas, the same bottle that you talking about would have cost me $500. Here, it was $90 or $80, whatever it was." And he's like, "We don't care about the money. We're here for you. We're here for you." Man, that hit me so hard, and I think that was a big turning point in my journey here. Is I'm a grown man crying in the middle of the club, because as I was building, I still didn't know my value. So I was building just to try to figure it out, but I had such a strong support system. They were doing things for me that I didn't realize, and they were always been doing that. My boy Dennis, my boy Denard, Jules, everybody was always doing these things for me, but I just assumed, all right, you're coming on vacation, and it so happened I'm here. No, it wasn't. They were coming here because I was here. And once I realized that, it changed. Then I found that I have that value, and I found that I do have true friends, even though I was still getting chopped up locally here. But I had all these people coming to visit me, and wanted me to have that good time because they knew that's the person I was in the States, and they wanted to give me that back, and they wanted to bring that to me. That same brother of mine brought his whole bachelor party here, just so he could make sure I was part of it, because he knew I couldn't make the wedding. Can you imagine that? Someone making 24 people fly to DR just so you can be part of their journey to marrying their best friend. Man, that's a blessing for me. There's a lot of work trying to host 24 people, but I got that opportunity. Man, what a blessing. So that's my journey. Those are my stories of how I have that life, how I have that high-rise pool. I could wake up every day, pop a bottle of champagne, and chill in my pool and hang out. I don't have 30 women around me. I don't have one woman around me. It's me, myself, and I, because I'm trying to build an empire. I'm building everything that I want from scratch. I'm in the kitchen right now and just cooking. I'm in the kitchen, and I'm not just cooking for me. I'm cooking for everybody that's around me, everyone that support me, everyone that believe in me, and everyone else that's gonna be around me in the future. And I'm in the kitchen, and everybody's gotta eat. And you know the way I do it. I am because we are. So that's my life, NDR. Now, what we were talking about, the Trump thing. If you're in the US illegally, or you are American and you feel like people are overtaking your country, that's just life. It happens everywhere in the world. Go to Europe, Dublin, Ireland. There's mad Africans, all that. They're taking care of them. You go anywhere except for countries like Switzerland, Germany, some of the bigger countries, they're now all into it. But everywhere else in the world, it's not just the US. Here in DR, how many Haitians is coming over here for a better life? Everyone everywhere else is searching for a better life. Everywhere, everywhere. People in South America, people in Canada, people in America come to DR, you're looking for a better life. But don't do it illegally unless you truly have to, because you're going to get deported. And even when you do it correctly, you still might get deported like me. I was voluntarily deported, but it's okay. But again, it's not just the US. It's everywhere in the world. Everyone's looking for a better life. You just got to find where you fit in, or where you think you can get the best outcome for what you're looking for in the world. Me? I'm not done yet, but you can put me anywhere. One of the greatest quote I ever heard, one of the greatest quote I ever heard. It was off a movie, but it's, you can drop me off, again, one of the greatest quote I ever heard. You can drop me off in the middle of the jungle, butt naked. I'm gonna come out with a chinchilla coat and a fur hat. I'm destined for greatness. I'm destined for greatness. Are you destined for greatness? And if you're destined for greatness, how badly do you want it? How hard are you gonna work to get it? I don't look up to nobody, but Floyd Money Mayweather is one of those people you gotta admire. Because look, they made fun of him, he can't read. So many things happen, but that man's a billionaire. What you may think is a disability for someone might turn around and be a beneficial to them. It may be a disability in your opinion, but they use that to drive them even more, and that's me. So just some things. And then in the States, I know it's crazy right now. Just be safe. If you want to get away from it all, come to DR. You want some detail? You want some info? Again, you can follow me on all media outlets. Saint is my homeboy, just like Jesus is my homeboy. Saint is my homeboy. All media outlets, especially on my Snap channel, we get lit there. It is uncensored. So come talk to me on Snap and drop a comment if you have some question about life in DR. For me, I turn a negative into a positive, and we just getting started. Don't be scared of failure. Go after everything you want and make it yours, because it's your reality. You got to create it. You got this. I love you guys. As always, I am because we are. Again, thank you for tuning in to another episode. Once again, I'm your host, Saint. Please comment. If you haven't already, subscribe, comment, like, and share this video. As always, I love you guys. I am because we are. Let's go!